Hello everyone, this is SAT46 Web Technology. This is a video tutorial for Lab2 on HTML5. The due date is Monday, February 6th. The first session is to set up Apache web server on the VM cluster. I think that's a pretty simple job, and everyone should be okay with that. And you guys should already have the Apache server installed. So just double check on that. The section 2 is to build a personal web page for yourself. Now here, it's a sample page of my web page. And you should create a web page, have your photo, bio, horizontal line like this, hyperlinks like this here, and the background color or background image. Just take a screenshot. You can use any tools you want, so that's I think that's a pretty simple work. Okay, section 3, we want to draw a triangle like here. Okay, if you look at my example 1, that should give you a good hint on where to start. So let's go to, this is example 1. Now you can draw a line like this. If you continue to move the line, you draw a triangle. So here is my code. I'm sorry. See, here, I draw a triangle here. So the source code looks like this. This just define canvas, nothing special. This too, just get the ID, get the context. Then you just move to the first, then to the next point, to the next point, and move back. And you stroke. Pretty simple, right? Okay, now we go to section 4. Draw MTU logo, something here. Okay, we actually don't have example on how to draw the font on HTML5, but you can just find a lot of examples online. Here, just one of the example. I give it here. Now, this two, very simple. Get ID, get context. This just define X, Y, the axis, just where you start the drawing. Fill style, just the color. Now this using RGB, so this is red. If you want to draw yellow, you probably want to something like this, FF. That will give you blue, yellow. Here, you'll be able to set the font. It's bold font, 25 point. That's the font style, font family. And you can fill text. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on here. You just fill text. Okay, so if you put hello world here, it will show hello world. XY here, that's just define where you start the drawing, so it's here. Stroke text is just draw outer line along the text. So if you do this, it will show hello world with some stroke like this. Now what you need to do, very simple, just change this to MTU and find the right color. So let's actually see my sample code here. Okay, now you can take a look at my code here. So this define the canvas, very simple. Similar things here. We just define X, Y. So I set the color to be yellow, set the font size, and fill tags and stroke tags. So the question here, what is stroke tags? Stroke tags, as I said, it just stroke outside of a text. Fill tags just actually fill things inside, fill the color inside. Okay, and you just take a screenshot. Should be okay. Section 5 is actually the most challenging part. Now, if you know the trick, what's going on with my computer? That's weird. Anyway, let's move on. So section 5 is the most challenging part. If you know the trick, that should be easy for you. Otherwise, it may take you hours and hours try to figure out why it doesn't work. Okay, you need to take a look at this website. Okay, I think I already have the websites open. No? Okay. Now, you need to read through this website. Okay, it contains quite a lot of information, but it helps you to understand what's going on, how to draw different things. And they also have a quick tutorial here. Look at the quick tutorial. Okay, also give you some idea. Now, in order to draw a line like this, okay, I can tell you a trick how to do this. Now, do not follow their quick tutorial quick tutorial instruction. You'll get lost. Okay, I'm pretty sure you'll get lost. The best way, go to the example page. Find example. Okay, actually here says this to start. So this is a simple example. So let's just start here. Start from here. You can see my example actually come from this. Okay, so now you have a web page with curve, with line drawn. What you need to do next, if you right click your mouse, you'll be able to view the page source. Okay, that might be too much for a little bit overwhelming, but you should get used to it. Let's just take a quick look at this web page. So the first line here, just define the type. Okay. Then this line here, just define the XML namespace. These two combined together, just tell this is HTML5 plus XHTML page. Okay, nothing special. It's just tell the web page. The header portion, that's the most important part. The title is easy. This matter just is pretty simple. This define the CSS file. Okay, CSS file, we'll talk about that later. But here you got quite a few JavaScript file. Mochi Kit JavaScript, Xcanvas JavaScript, base layout canvas, sweet canvas. These are the JavaScript file you need in order to draw this chart. And these are predefined. People write this. Okay. Now, in their instruction, when they ask you to download and do all those stuff, the purpose is just to get this JavaScript file. Okay. Now you take a look at the body parts. You see, it's the start with body. Okay. You define the quick demo. Then you define quite a few divisions. Here, you define the canvas. The canvas ID here is charts. So remember that. You also define a table here. That table is value. This will be the charts. This will be the table. Okay. So as you can see, the value was put here. Then this part is actually the JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript, you get a new. Excuse me, yes, that's just annoying. You just define it's a line type, and you add a data set from table. Its name is dataset 2. The value come from the value here. So it means whatever you put inside this table, you try to get it. X column equals 0, so column 0. Y column equal 2, so the second column. Okay, similar here, you get dataset 1. You also get data from the table. Use 0 and 1, so use 0, column 1. If you look at here, it makes better sense. So this is column 0, column 1, column 2, and you're drawing 2 lines. Okay, so for example, if this is line 1, he's using column 0, column 1. The other line using column 0, column 2. This is where this means evaluate. Okay, that's just the function they defined. Then you define the charts. Remember, here is the charts where you define the canvas here. Okay. Then you just draw this stuff on the charts, and the rendering, that's just draw the charts. And you actually get this. So this is a fairly simple stuff here. Okay, now how to make this work on your code? Okay, of course, if you look at their source code, you can just copy all their source code. Hopefully it works, but not always, because you also need to make sure you have all this JavaScript file. Okay, I can show you a trick. It's a very useful trick, and you should remember this trick, and you can use this trick for almost all the web page. Okay, actually I should go to Firefox, because I use Firefox more often. Well, it's a little bit slow. Bear with me. Okay. So I get the demo page again. What I do next is you save page as. Now you can save this page any place you want. Okay, for me, I just put in one of the folder I like. You can give whatever name you want. Later we can change the name, of course, and make sure you select Save Complete Web Page. Then you click Save. Okay, so now I saved everything. Now if you open the folder, you see there's 2 files, Quick Start and Quick Start files. Okay, here it saves all the JavaScript file and all the CSS file automatically for you. Now if you look at the source code again here, it's slightly different from what you saw before. Now for example, if you still remember, okay, now you see here, the first line is very simple, to keep the same, title, meta, then the reference here. You see the CSS file. It saved to quick start files, which you just saved the folder here. Okay. Same thing for all the JavaScript file. You see they all move to a different folder. Okay. The rest parts are similar. Okay. How to make this work? Very simple. First of all, we want to just change this name to a better name, because already for example, because this have all the JavaScript files, so instead of name it as quick starter, we just call it GS JavaScript, or whatever name you want to call it. I just call it GS. Here, just asking you want to disconnect association. Okay, now you go back to the source code here, change all this, replace all of them with GS, replace all, because now the folder is GS. You see what I'm doing here? Because the folder is GS now, so you need to point to the GS folder. Okay, then you save it, and now you can open it with your start loading. Now you see it works now. Now we have an offline version. Okay, now we can play with this. As I said, here are the JavaScript file. Here's a quick demo. Excuse me. It's what you showed here. We probably don't want to see that, so we can just change this to Lab2 by Dr. Yukai. Whatever you want. Okay. Here, the canvas ID. This stuff here, if you take a look, that's a little bit tricky. Why they have it here? This is actually useless. You know where I do it. If I delete all of this, save it. You see, it still works. It worked the same thing. Why is there? It's just because they try to save some CSS stuff. So we delete it, make the code much clearer. Now this is the table, and this is the JavaScript file. Okay. So for example, if you change this data, for example, just change this to 7, change to 333, change this to 22, 23. See what's going on. You see, the data was changed. Okay. They also have a footer here, which is this part here. We don't want it, so we can just safely delete it. So this look pretty nice, but if you want to keep the table here, that's good. In some cases, we don't want to keep the table. Okay, you say, I don't want to keep the table. What you should do, there's a feature called, what's that called? I need to take a look here. I think it's a display. Allows you to actually here, style display equal noun. Where did I find this out? I just do a Google search. Okay, you just have an idea. You need to have an idea. Okay, there's a way to turn off the table. You don't have to remember the exact syntax, but you need to know there's a way. So you just do a Google search, you'll find this. So now, if you take a look at my code here. No, this is not my example. This is the example I'm working on. Magically, you see, the table disappeared. You see what I'm doing here? I just display equal noun. I just hide the table. So now it only shows a chart. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, pretty simple. Now, if you want to change this instead of line charts, if you want to change this to be a bar chart, that's so annoying. Bar charts, like this. And if you want to change this to a pie chart, that's a pie chart. Amazing, right? And here we show two lines. Okay, let's go back to the line. Now, if you don't want the two line, you just want one line, you can just delete this. Just use one line. So you see now I just have one line. Okay, so this is a very simple, very nice way to show curves, to draw all kinds of charts on HTML5. Very simple to use. Now, so now what you need to do is just upload this two file to your web folder. I think your web folder is var3w HTML. You just upload there, and it should work. Let's see if I have it. You see, I upload everything to my place, and now that's the web page I have. Okay, you can upload this to any web server, and you just get a nice chart like this. So now let's go back to the section 5. You just do all the work. That should be simple enough. That's the end of this lab. General question: how long take you? How do you think the difficulty is? Any suggestions and comments are more than welcome. Okay, thank you guys. See you later. Bye.